This is a tutorial on the new quoter in CRM. I have just logged into the CRM test server, and I'm going to go to Opportunities and create a new one with this New button. You could also create the opportunity any other way that you are used to, from an account or a lead or whatever other ways you've done it in the past. In this opportunity, I'm going to set up just like normal. I'm going to use that business partner. This won't happen in live, but I had to select after typing in the BP. Estimated close date, let's do April Fool's Day. 100,000. We need a name, training, video, CPQ 3.0. We need a contact. Well, we don't need a contact to start it. I'm going to do the same BP there. Yeah. And save. Now we have the quote tool option. I'm going to click on that. It opens a new window. First thing we have to do are the fields in this top bar. One of them is the customer contact. I'm going to select the customer contact there. If they have more than one contact set up in ERP or CRM, they will be listed here. If they don't, you can hit Add New, and it will take you back to CRM, let you add the contact, and then when you come back here, you can hit refresh and that new contact will show up. But I'm just going to select the one that's already there and hit submit. Then I'm going to select my equipment office. This is an important one to get correct because it is where the ESA will be set up in ERP when we convert this quote to a contract. I'm going to say Lubbock. We can pick stock or non-stock here. If you pick stock, you have to select a unit that actually exists in ERP and CRM. If you hit non-stock, it lets you pick a model that exists, and then in ERP, somebody can put the equipment number in there when we have one. Probably a sales coordinator. But I'm going to go with stock and search for a 2050M. And I did not hit enter or anything. I just started typing, and as soon as I got to 3 or 4 characters, I can't remember which, it started looking for the different options. I'm going to select that one. You could also hit the little magnifying glass here and search by other fields, like what branch it's in, whether it's in sales or rental, manufacturer, model, product category, that type of thing. 2050M, pick that again. It pulls in the suggested selling price, which is a good calculation of a price if it's used. Or no, I'm sorry. It's a formula we've set up to calculate a good margin price, base price, on anything new, and it is the hot sheet for anything used or rental. Add. Now that I've added the unit, it will let me see the service history the life cycle cost is not working right now, and that will probably only be available to managers anyway. But yeah, not working anyway. But service history is working. It's a little bit slow, at least on the test server. I don't know if it will be this slow on the live server, but it is kind of nice regardless. Shows you this unit has had 3 work orders. You can click the work order, see the details of the parts, labor, and others on each of those work orders. There's the job description. You can change the selling price, but I suggest you leave the selling price the same and use the discount percent, because the discount, that will let your manager more easily approve your quote, because they'll know this is the price that came out of the system, should be good, and they can just go, okay, he's only discounting it 1%, 2%, whatever, and move right along. So I'll put a 2% discount in there. This field should pull in any equipment text. The test server doesn't have the equipment text in there. It will be editable when it pulls in. But you could add something here if you wanted. Equipment text. Ignore options for now. I don't think we have anything set up for there. But we can look for a ripper attachment. Guess I have to do that in the advanced search. I clicked the magnifying glass there. I'm going to go to search by model description and say ripper, search, 2050 M3 ripper. We'll go with that. Now it's added that attachment. Ignore the warranty and service lines here. They don't do anything unless there's some stuff set up in ERP that is not set up. Takes a lot of work to set up, but you can do others and say extended warranty, 500 bucks, add. Then we can add a trade-in. This first spot, it will not pull anything up unless the customer has some units already in ERP that they own, customer stock. If they do, then you can probably search for it here, or you may have to search for it with unit number. But if you're just putting in a unit that we didn't sell them, whatever, you can just type a name here, trade. Model code, we'll say 850 case. I'm going to skip the unit number. This is going to be the value that you are offering the customer for it. Heck if I know. 50. Appraised value is the ATV that Kirby has offered, or Diego. I'll say 40. Do not use payoff. It's a field that they eventually plan to implement, but it does nothing. So please do not use it. And I'll hit add. We'll come back to this in a second. As soon as we save the quote, there will be a way to attach a inspection form here. Now we have a kind of a summary of everything we've done. You can ignore the discounts here. These are supposed to be on multi-unit type things where the discount's not specified over here. Have to select ship via. The options don't make much sense, but you could say will call. I'd like to see somebody UPS a dozer, but we'll say will call. You can put any shipping notes down here, say deliver via ASCO truck. You won't be able to change the terms of payment or the expiry date. Those are based on 30 days from now, and the terms of payment on the customer account in ERP. You can put in a reference number like a PO or something if the customer has one. We could hit save, but let's just show you the next piece that's really nice. Let's add another unit. Let's search for, I'm going to do a non-stock so that you can see that. And let's do a 580 SN. Won't let you edit the selling price yet, but once you add it, you'll notice there's two tabs. This is the one I just added. That's the one we were doing a second ago. Now we can change the selling price. 580 SN, I don't know, 70,000. Just making stuff up. No need to do the discount. 580 SN equipment text attachment backhoe bucket. Let's do a 12-inch 18-inch backhoe bucket. I don't know, $500. Whoa. And no trade-in on this one. And we'll call that good. You can always go back to this other one and edit anything there, but we'll hit save quote. Quote is successfully created. You don't have to close that, but it annoys me, so I'm going to. Now when you come down here, you'll see this view inspection form, and it's pending for approval. View inspection form. It asks a whole bunch of questions. You can fill in what you want, not what you don't want. Or more importantly, fill in what Kirby or Diego want. And your manager. You can upload files, like pictures, multiple pictures to here. They will be visible to the person approving it. You can make notes on all this stuff and hit save. There's not yet a way to print that inspection form. It just saves in here, and it has to be approved in here. I'm still working on figuring out how to get that done. But we'll say submit for approval. And I am currently working with the trade-in manager role and the sales manager role, so I have the ability to hit approve on the inspection form. And the sales manager, as a sales manager role, I have the ability to hit approve here. Once I do, the salesman will be able to get back in and hit print quote or edit quote. When you print it, it opens a new window. With a quote. We are working on getting this quote updated to what format we want. Like, That's very not United States. Lots of changes that we've asked them to make to this quote, but it's still a heck of a lot better than the old quoter in CRM. So here we are. And when it goes live, it will have the ASCO logo, not e-emphasis. So it has one sheet for each piece of equipment, and then the first sheet is a summary. One of the changes we've requested is to have that summary as the last page instead of the first page. You don't want that sticker shock right up front. So if I were y'all, I'd print this and then stick this on the back until then. But you can save as a PDF, Word document, whatever. Anyway, once it is done, it will have to go back through the approval process if you edit it, but I assume you will need to edit it several times, just going back and forth with a customer. But once you're done, you can hit Send Quote to ERP. And then it can't be edited. It's all done. It's gone to ERP, and we'll take a look at that. I'm in ERP in a session called Gatekeeper, integration between CRM and Extend. I'm going to hit refresh. And it now shows the quote we just created. Those lines all came from the quote we just created. Here's the dozer and its attachment and the warranty line. And the trade-in, where we can, I'm not sure why the manufacturer doesn't come across, that's a bug, but we can set the model there. Then on this one, it has the model. This is the non-stock that we set up. It has the model of both, but it doesn't have a unit number. We could have salesman pick the model of the attachment and let the coordinator pick which unit. But yeah, you have to find it at that point and assign it. Here's all the dollar values. And this is where I was talking about that payoff field doesn't work. Don't use the payoff field because it doesn't get factored into these numbers. And if any of these lines, if we don't want one of these lines to get added to the ESA, when we convert it, we would, like, let's say that one, the warranty line. We could say skip conversion on that one. And now I'm going to select all of those, hit actions, and convert to sales order. Process completed. I guess I have to hit refresh. Oh, it says process completed, but there was an error. It says that unit has already been used on a different sales order. That one right there. Oh well, we'll just exclude that for now. Try this again. There we go. That time it worked. It skipped the two that we had checked as skip conversion, and it created this ESA number. which will have those 2 units on it and that 1 trade-in, and 1 attachment. Then sales coordinator could fix the attachment issue on the ESA instead of in this crazy gatekeeper. Let us know what you run into in a help desk ticket. And we will let you know as the changes we've requested start coming in.